Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. This is the 1985 National League Wildcard Series Game 3. The Cincinnati Reds take on the Houston Astros. We are live at the Astrodome. This is the final game of the NLWCS. The series is tied at 1. Whoever wins this game will take a trip to the West Coast to take on the Dodgers in the National League Division Series. Steeler fan is first to join us here at the Astrodome. So I know he is, and of course he is a big-time Astros fan. I hope all is well out there, Steeler fan there in Texas. So I know, just try to stay warm. I hope my game here will keep you a little warmer than usual. For those of you who already know, the American League Wildcard Series is done. And I don't know if anybody's, right now there's nobody in the chat except for Steeler fans. So for those of you who don't know, the Red Sox eliminated the Mariners this morning. They will now go play the Yankees in their ALDS. But tonight it's about the National League. Who will face the Dodgers in the National League Division Series? Lots of great baseball to play. I can't wait. Let's see what we got started here. Final game here at the Astrodome. Starting pitcher for the Astros in this game will be their number 3 starter, and it will be Nolan Ryan. 10 wins, 12 losses, a 3.80 ERA. The Ryan Express is ready to leave the station. Who knows what will happen tonight? We've had 2 crazy games between the Mariners and the Red Sox. Let's see if the Reds and Astros gives us the same suspense and excitement. Top of the first inning, leading off for the Cincinnati Reds will be center fielder Eddie Milner. Milner for the postseason at the moment is 1 for 11, and he is having a rough time of it at the moment, but we'll see if he can come back and have a good matchup. As 1 for 11. So let's get started here. CIN Baseball, Tony Porter joins us here at the Astrodome. He says the Mets have the best team, but unfortunately, we were eliminated in the wild card playoff against the Reds in extra innings, and that was an exciting game to play. Here we go. Ryan's first pitch, game 3, final game of the wild card series in the NL. It starts with a 5-1. It's a wild pitch, ball 1. Ryan will do it again, 3-5. That's a strikeout. 11 is high. Milner will swing, 5-1, and he grounds it to third. And that is out number 1. Astrodome subtracts 1 from walks. That's the only adjustments at the plate. Here's the first baseman, Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. Rose for the postseason is 3 for 12. He's batting .250 in the 3 games. Ryan will pitch. That's a 4-6 range play. Rose gets to swing, 6-4. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Craig Reynolds. His range is a 4, and he will make the play. Throws to first for out number 2. And that will bring up the ever-dangerous right fielder, Dave Parker. Parker for the postseason so far is 4 for 14 in the 3 games. Ryan will pitch to Parker. And that's a 5-2. Error on a grounder. Parker will swing 1-5. That's a star 5. It is a ground ball. It's going to second. Bill Doran is there. Error rating is a 6. That's a 5. Bill Doran picks it up, and then he drops it. Parker will be safe at first. An E4 on Bill Doran. First error on the Astros here in the first inning. Doran makes a rare error. Runner on first, and that could be big anytime you give an extra out. Next batter is the third baseman, Buddy Bell, late trade from Texas in '85. Parker on at first. The infield is normal. We will roll the strat. That is a 1. I don't see Parker stealing here, so he will hold. Ryan will pitch to Bell. And that is a 3-3. That's a blank. Bell gets the swing, 4-6, and against the righty, grounds it right back to Ryan. Ryan will throw to first to end the inning. Side retired. No runs, a hit, and no runs, no hits. There was an error. Bell was 4 for 13 before grounding out into that one, but nothing doing for the Reds. Bottom of the first coming up. Keith White joins us here at the Astrodome. Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds will be Jay Tibbs. He's the number 4 starter for the Reds. Tibbs got a lot of play in my replay. Got a lot of times he was the starting pitcher. 10-16, a 3.92 ERA for the actual 85 season. So let's see what he does here in this game, in this one game for all the marbles. Michael Peterson joins us here at the Astrodome. Leading off for the Astros, second baseman Bill Doran made an error in the first, but didn't hurt the Astros much. Bill Doran for the postseason is 3 for 9. Tibbs will pitch, and that's a 6-3. That's a blank. Doran will get the swing. It is a 3-1, and he grounds it to second base. Out number 1. Next up is the shortstop, Craig Reynolds. Reynolds for the postseason is also 3 for 9. Tibbs will pitch to Reynolds, and that's a 1-4 wild pitch. Ball 1. Do it again. Tibbs again, 3-5. That's a blank. Reynolds will get to swing away. That's a 5-2, and he grounds it to second base. That throw goes to first. Out number 2. Second ground out to second in this inning. 2 men down. Here's the first baseman, Denny Walling. Walling is 3 for 8 for the postseason. 2 outs. Tibbs will pitch, and that's a 5-5, a blank. Walling will take a swing of the bat, 4-3, and he also grounds it to second base. Wow, second baseman Ron Oster makes all 3 putouts, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Astros. No score after 1. They do have a rainout section and inside pitch. Yes, it's in the rare play chart. Top of the second, leading off for the Reds will be left fielder Nick Asaski. I put him in left field for this game, for the postseason. He is platooning along with Gary Reedus against right-handers. That's why he's in the lineup in this matchup. Ryan will pitch, and that is a 3-2. That's a range play at the park. Astrodome says 5-1. That's a fly ball to right. It's a range play. Jerry Mumphrey's range is a 3, and he will make it with no trouble with a 1, and that is out number 1. Nice play by Mumphrey, had plenty of room. Here's the shortstop, Dave Concepcion. Concepcion is 4 for 13 for the postseason. It's actually hitting pretty decently. John West joins us here at the Astrodome. Ryan will pitch. That's a 5-2. Error on a grounder. Concepcion will swing 6-4. That's a star 5. It's a ground ball to second. Doran's getting another chance. His error rating is a 6, but that's a 13. He'll make the play and throw to first to get the out. So he doesn't make an error this time, and there are 2 away. Here's the second baseman for the Reds, Ron Oster. Oster for the postseason, batting 6 for 11. He is doing very well in the 3 games for the Reds so far. Brandon Baker joins us here at the Astrodome as he knows Reds baseball is on the air. So we got Reds fans and we got Astros fans here at the Dome. 2 outs. Ryan will pitch. It's a 5-6. Hit by pitch. That 12 is too high. Ryan does have a +10, but Oster's a 0, so no there. Oster does get to swing 1-1, star 3, and he grounds it to short. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Ryan Express. Bottom of the second coming up. Here is Jose Cruz for the Astros. He is in center field. Cruz is 0 for 9. He has yet to get a hit in this series. Tibbs will take a pitch, and that's a walk chance. That 4 will walk Cruz. So Cruz doesn't get a hit, but he does get a walk. Leadoff walk for Cruz. He'll trot down to first. Bases on balls can do it. And that will bring up the right fielder, Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey is 3 for 7 for the postseason. Who had the most Ks in a replay? I'd have to look that up for you. Cruz is on first. Mumphrey at the plate, infield halfway. There is a strat. And that is a 12. Nothing happening. Tibbs will pitch. And that's a 3-2. Against a lefty, that's a blank. Mumphrey switch hitter left, actually, that's a blank. Mumphrey gets the swing, 6-6. Star 5, he grounds it to third. 2-0-3. Second base, Oster, no adjustment. 1-3, they turn the double play, and they do. Third base to second base to first base, 2 outs. And if Mumphrey was hitting from the right side, that was a home run chance, but no. 5-4-3 double play, 2 outs. Yes, Gooden had a great game, but unfortunately for my Mets, we just couldn't give him enough run support. Next batter for the Astros is Kevin Bass. Bass for the Astros is 1 for 8, although that one hit was a home run in the last game they played. That tied this series up at 1. Tibbs with the pitch. That's a 3-2, and against a lefty switch, again, that's a blank. Bass will swing. That's a 2-5, and that's a base hit past second. Bass gets a single. He will trot down to first. A big time. Too bad of the double play. Might have been some runs for the Astros. That will bring up the catcher, Mark Bailey. Bailey for the postseason is 3 for 7. 2 outs. Bass gets a 2-out single. We will check the strat. And that is a 15, nothing happening. Tibbs will pitch. That's a 6-5, strikeout 12, got him. He struck out Bailey, and the inning is over. First strikeout for Tibbs. He had 98 of them in 85, and the inning will come to an end. No runs and a hit for the Astros after 2, no score. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Reds will be the catcher, Bo Diaz. Diaz is 4 for 10 in the 3 games the Reds have played. Remember, that includes the game against the Mets. Nolan Ryan will pitch. And that's a 2-6. Strikeout, got him with a 2. He gets him, out number 1. Strikeout number 1 for Nolan Ryan. He had 209 of them in 85. Not a great season record-wise, but still a strong year. That's the first out. That will bring up the pitcher, Jay Tibbs. He batted .092 as a hitter. As Keith White says, where are the Mets? So they are home for the season. Ryan will pitch. That's a 1-4, strikeout 20, got him. Not a problem. Tibbs has 35s for strikeouts, and he is gone. Strikeout number 2 for Ryan, 2 down. As the Mets were eliminated in the wild card playoff by the Reds, extra inning game was very exciting. They just couldn't give Gooden the run support. Here's Eddie Milner. Milner is 0 for 1. Ryan with the pitch, 4-5. Strikeout, 6 is too high. Milner avoids the strikeout. He will swing. That's a 2-2. That's a ball hit to right. That is a 17 against a righty. It's too high. And that's going to be a fly out to right. Inning over. He just misses a triple by 2. And a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan. We go to the bottom of the third. G. Puck joins us here at the Astrodome. Leading off for the Astros, third baseman Phil Garner. Garner for the postseason is 3 for 7. Tibbs will pitch to Garner. And here's the pitch, 3-5. That's a blank. Garner will swing, 6-3, leadoff double to right field for Garner. Garner bounces it off the wall in right. Parker throws it in, but the Astros have the leadoff man at second base. Good place for him to be. Garner on at second. That brings up the pitcher, Nolan Ryan. Ryan hit a 111 against as a hitter. Normally, I would automatically call for a bunt, but I got to roll for it. Bunt rating is a 4. The corners will be in. And that is a 12, and a bunt rating of 4 does allow the bunt. So Ryan is going to bunt. He does get the bunt. Corners are in, which means the ball is hit to first or third. Okay, it's a -1 to the bunt rating to those guys. But Tibbs gets the pitch. And that is a 5-1 hit by pitch, and that is way too high. Now we roll the bunt. And that is bunted to the third baseman. Ryan's bunt rating becomes a 3. That is a 4, and that is going to be a fine bunt. Successful sacrifice bunt, and Garner will move to third. Ryan is out. 1 down on the sacrifice. Sacrifice hit to third, and Garner goes to third. A beautiful bunt by Ryan. Now the infield's going to be brought in as the Reds don't want any runs to score. It'll be up to Bill Doran to see if he can get him in there. Yeah, the 88 postseason was pretty bad. But still, it wasn't the same team that was in 86. The 86 Mets is still, in my humble opinion, not just as a Mets fan, but as a baseball fan, the 86 Mets are one of the top 10 teams in baseball history. They dominated. They really did. They dominated that National League. And the 86 postseason, maybe the best postseason in history. Not just for the Mets, but for the Red Sox, the Angels, and the Astros. Infield is in. Bottom of the third. Astros got a chance to get a run. Doran is the batter. I will roll the strat. That is a 3. Nothing happening. Tibbs will pitch. That's a 3-5. It's a blank. Doran gets the swing, 2-1. Base hit to right field. Astros will take the lead, a single to right. Garner will trot on home, and I know Steeler fan will be happy. 1-0 Astros. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 1933 cheers. Yay! Doran goes to first on an RBI single. And now here's Craig Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 1. Infield now halfway. Strat says a 5. Why not? A hit and run. Reynolds doesn't strike out much against righties. We'll see a hit and run here. J. Tibbs will pitch. And that's a 5-3. And that's a walk plus on a hit and run. That's cut in half. So let's do it this way. 4. -1 is 3, and that is, but we add 10, so it's 13. Divide that by 2 is 6.5. Round it down to a 6. That's a 5. He still walks him. He walks Reynolds even on a hit-and-run opportunity. Runners at first and second now with 1 out. He walks Reynolds, trying the hit and run, but even again, he still walks him on the +10, and Tibbs can't believe it. He walks a hit and run opportunity. Infield is still halfway. That will bring up a very dangerous Denny Walling. Walling is 0 for 1. Runners first and second now. Let's see what gets called. 15-0. Tibbs will pitch to Walling. And that's a 2-3. That's a strikeout. 19 is high. Walling will swing. That's a 3-2. Base hit, pass short. It's a single for Walling. Will that score Doran? Doran's base running rating is a 4. Yes, it will. Needs to be a 3. Doran will score. Reynolds' base running rating is a 4. He will have to hold at second. Needs to be a 5 to get to third. But an RBI single by Walling. And another run for the Astros. 2-0. Denny Walling gets a big base hit, pass short. Runners at first and second, 1 out still. Now the batter is Jose Cruz. Cruz is yet to get a hit in this postseason for the Astros. This would be a great time for him to do so. Infield still playing halfway. We'll check the strat. Strat says a 12, nothing happening. Tibbs will pitch to Cruz. That's a 3-6. That's a walk. And that is a walk. He walked him. Cruz walks for the second time in the game. The bases are loaded. They're going to go talk to Tibbs on the moment. See if he's doing all right. This is the final game of a series, so all hands are on deck. Still 1 out, but now bases are juiced for Jerry Mumphrey. Bases loaded. They're going to have to pitch to Mumphrey. Mumphrey does ground out into some double plays, but the Reds are going to call the infield in. They don't want any more runs to score. Mumphrey, a good chance to break this game open for the Astros. I will roll the strat. That's a 7. There is nothing happening. Tibbs will pitch. That's a 2-3, and that is a strikeout chance. The 16 is high. Mumphrey gets the swing with bases loaded. 4-1, and he pops out to first. Out number 1. Popped it up in the infield, and that'll be caught by Rose. And that's out number 2. Out number 2. Wow. Can't even get a grounder to have a chance at a double play or so. So now 2 outs. The infield goes back, and here's Bass. Bass is 1 for 1. He had a single his last time up. 2-0 Astros. Remember the Astros shut out the Reds 7-0 in game 2 of this series. They already lead 2-0. I will check strat. That is a 1. No, nothing happening on the 1. Reynolds cannot steal home. And nothing else happening. Tibbs will pitch to Bass. 2 outs. Pitch from Tibbs. 5-1. Hit by pitch. That 9 is too high. 7 minus 10 is a -3. But Bass gets to swing, and that's a 3-3, and he chops it right back to Tibbs. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Tibbs got it, throws to first, side retired. Could have been a lot more, but I think the Astros will take it for now. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, And at the end of 3, it is 2-0 Astros. We go to the top of the 4th inning. The winner of this wild card series will go play the Dodgers, and they are waiting, and that Dodger team looked pretty good to me. They're going to be very tough to beat. Top of the 4th inning, here is Pete Rose. He'll lead off for the Reds. He's 0 for 1. Nolan Ryan will pitch, and that's a 3-5. Strikeout 10 is high. Rose will swing, 5-4, and it's a base hit past short. Rose will trot down to first on a single. Charlie Hustle gets himself a runner on, gets himself to first, and that brings up the very dangerous Dave Parker. With one swing and a bat, he can tie this game up. Infield halfway. Ryan knows got to be careful, checking the strat. That is a 3. A good chance for a hit and run here. But if you hit and run, you take away Parker's home run ability and cut it in half. No, you let Parker swing away. Ryan will pitch. That's a 6-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Parker gets to swing 5-2, and he flies out to right. And that's the first out. Parker doesn't get it. That will bring up Buddy Bell. Bell is 0 for 1. Checking the strat, 18. Nothing happening. Ryan will pitch. And that's a 5-3. And against the righty, it's a blank. Bell will swing 4-1. He flies out to right. Out number 2. By the way, that hit by Rose was the first hit of the game by the Reds. Ryan pitched beautifully the first 3 innings. 2 outs now. Here's Nick Asaski. Asaski 0 for 1. Rose still on at first. Checking the strat. 10, nothing happening. Ryan will go ahead and pitch. 2-1. Walk chance. 9. That's good. He walks Asaski. And we got runners at first and second. Ryan had 87 walks in 85. That is the first of this game. But now that puts a runner in scoring position for the Reds. And here's Dave Concepcion. Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike joins us here at the Astrodome. For those who don't know about Sports Time Machine and Utah Mike, again, I'd like to say what cave you've been hiding in. He is the man doing an awesome Stratomatic 1980 Yankees and Mets replay. And his 1980 Mets are doing pretty darn well. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, 2-0 Astros. Ryan in a bit of a jam. Let's see if he can get out of it. That strat roll says a 1. No, Rose will not be able to steal third, and why would he? He'll stay at second base. Ryan will pitch to Concepcion. And that's a 2-4. That's a strikeout. 19 is high. Concepcion will swing. 4-6. Star 4. He grounds it to first. Taken care of there by Walling. Inning over. No runs and a hit. There was a walk. Bottom of the 4th. Astros are leading 2-0. Who will win the National League Wild Card Championship? And go to face the Dodgers. We still have a few innings to decide that. 2-0 Astros, bottom of the 4th. Here is Mark Bailey. Bailey is 0 for 1. Pitch from Tibbs. That's a 3-6. Walk 5. Yes, he walks Bailey. Tibbs will give up a leadoff walk. And that is the 4th walk issued by Tibbs. He had 73 of them in 85. And now the Astros have the bullpen warming up. Tibbs is due to bat third in the fifth inning. He may not be able to go much longer. Here's Phil Garner. Garner doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Infield goes half. Strat roll says an 8. Nothing happening. Tibbs will pitch. That's a 2-1. Range play at the park. Astrodome says 5-6. And that is a ball hit to the shortstop. It is a range play. That's Concepcion. His range is a 3. But the infield is halfway. So it is a 2. And he's got it. Great play by Concepcion. Does he turn it? 3-0. 4, second base, Oster, no adjustment, 1-4, double play, yes, easily. What a play by Concepcion. 6-4-3 double play on a range play at the park. Concepcion makes a heck of a move there to get it. And that is 2 outs just like that. That is the second double play the Astros have hit into. Let's keep track. We will keep track of that. Here's Nolan Ryan. He will bat. He's 0 for 1. He sacrificed his last time up. Tibbs will pitch 1-5. That's at the park. Ryan gets to roll on Astrodome. Astrodome says 3-3. And that is a rare play. That is an even number. So we are going to the season ticket baseball rare play. And that means I roll a couple of different dice. I'm using the season ticket baseball on an even number on a rare play on the dice. So let's find out what we have. It is 2, 6, 7. With bases empty, I'll bring the play chart to you guys so you can see it. 2, 6, 7. And it's the ground ball fielded by third baseman and thrown to first. If first baseman fails a defense check, the throw is dropped and the runner is safe. While fielding a defense check, that tells me that's an error check. So that means we're going to roll to see if the first baseman, Denny Walling, the first baseman, Pete Rose, makes an error. His error rating is a 4. He got it. No problem. Side retired. That's a ground ball. That goes as a grounder, a ground out to third, and the inning is over. A defense check means error, and I do have a section there for range checks in case. But that is a defense check, so I'll roll the error on that one, and he does make the play. Side retired after 4, 2-0 Astros. As I'm now starting to use the season ticket baseball rare play chart for inside pitch on even number rolls. On a rare play, odd number, I'll still use the inside pitch rare play chart, specifically because the rare play chart for inside pitch still has some plays I like on it that the rare play chart in season ticket baseball doesn't have. And it's not hard to convert some of the information in that rare play chart to inside pitch, as you saw. Top of the fifth inning, Ron Oster leads off for the Reds. Oster is 0 for 1. And it gives a little bit more variety in rare plays. Ryan will pitch. 3-1, strikeout. 9 is too high. Oster's an 8. No adjustment from the dome. Oster gets the swing to 6, but he flies out to left anyway. Out number 1. Next batter will be Bo Diaz. Diaz is 0 for 1. Pitch from Ryan. 5-4. Walk chance. 8. Yes, that does walk Diaz. Diaz is a 9. -1 is an 8. And he will trot down to first. Second walk issued by Ryan. That does bring up the pitcher, Jay Tibbs, but they are going to go to the bench as Tibbs is done. The Reds are going to go to the bullpen a bit early. Has to be most at bats. It's early in the game. And that is on the bench. Most at bats on the bench, and that is Gary Redus. Gary Redus will go up against Nolan Ryan here. Top of the fifth inning, 2-0 with a runner on. Infield halfway. Checking Strat. Nothing happening. Ryan will pitch. And that's a 3-3. That's a plank. Redus gets the swing. 3-3 himself. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 6 against a righty. It's a base hit. Gary Redus smacks a single to center. Bo Diaz, base running rating is a 1. Single to center to get to third, -1 is a 0. Center fielder Cruz, though, adds 1. So a 1, Diaz is on third. 2-5, he holds. A 6, someone's out. And that is a 3. He'll hold at second base. A pinch hit by Gary Redus. And now it's the Reds who have something going on here. And that will bring up Eddie Milner. They're going to go talk to Nolan Ryan, see if everything's cool. He says, I'm all right. Ryan will pitch to Milner. Infield still halfway. Reds have runners on first and second. Strat roll, 17. No play. Ryan will pitch. That's a 5-1. Wild pitch. That's a 2. And yes, it's to the backstop. Wild pitch by Ryan, and that is huge. That puts both runners in scoring position. Wild pitch by Ryan, his first of the game. Ryan got rid of that one a little bit over the head. Now a chance, runners at first and runners at second and third. And they're still going to pitch to Milner. Now the infield will be are going to call the infield in. Big at bat now for Milner. Nothing on Strat. Ryan will pitch. That's a 5-2, and that's an error on a grounder. Milner will swing. 3-4, and that's a fly ball to center field. No error, of course. Now that's out number 2. Milner, sacrifice fly rating is a 1. He will not get Diaz in on his own. Diaz, however, his base running rating is a 1. Center fielder Cruz +1 is a 2. 1-2, Diaz will score. 3-5, he holds. On a 6-1 or a 6-6, Diaz will score, and Redus will probably be out. That is a 3. He holds. He does not come in to score. Milner can't get him in. 2 outs, and that is huge. But now the batter is Pete Rose. Cody Travis joins us here at the Astrodome. Rose is now the batter, 1 for 2. Runners still at second and third. Checking the Strat, nothing. Ryan, can he get himself out of this jam? He's been in many of them his entire career. Ryan will pitch. 6-2, possible error. Rose will swing. 6-1, that's a star 2. It's a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Garner. His error rating is a 13. That's a 3. It's going to be an error on Garner. Picks it up, throws to first, wide. Wide of the bag. Garner commits a ground ball error. Runners advance. E5. Wow. That does score Bo Diaz and puts the Reds on the board. Redus goes to third, and Rose is safe at first on a huge error by Garner. First error, second error on the Astros. That is error number 2. Doran made 1, and then Garner. Now Garner makes 1. Holy cow. 2-1. And when you give an extra out, you know it can be bad. And here comes someone who can make it worse, and that is Dave Parker. Parker has reached on an error himself. He's 0 for 1, though. A gigantic error allows a run to score. 2 outs still. Ryan knows he's got to pitch to Parker. Checking Strat. That's a 6. Nothing happening. Ryan will pitch. That's a 6-2. Another possible error. Parker will swing. That's a 6-2. Fly ball to center field. The ball is hit to Cruz. His error rating is an 11. That's a 3, and he drops it. Holy cow, he dropped it. He drops a fly ball to center field. Unbelievable. That's an E8. That's an automatic 1 base and a possible 2. Reedus comes in to score. Rose is on at second. He has a chance to go to third, and that is against the adjusted base running rating. So Rose's base running rate is a 3, is a 2, with 2 outs is a 3, plus the out from Cruz, who adds 1 as a 4. A 1-4, Rose will go to third. And he does. He goes to third on the error. Parker also has the same thing, but he doesn't get the credit for the 2 outs. So his base running rating is a 2, but the 2 allows him to go to second as well. So Parker goes there. A gigantic error on Cruz. We're tied at 2. Unbelievable. 2 consecutive errors. Rose goes to third, and Parker goes to second on the drop fly ball in center field. And we're tied at 2, and Ryan can't believe it, and the stadium groans. Ugh. And section 1933 groans. Ugh. Third error on the Astros. 2 consecutive, allow 2 runs to score. Ryan slams his glove down on the mound. And the batter will be Buddy Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. Runners still at second and third with 2 outs. Ryan saying, can please someone make a basic play? Ryan at second and third. Bell will bat. Checking a strat. That is a 1. Nothing happening there. Rose will stay at third. Ryan will pitch. That's a 6-5. That's a walk chance. The 20 is high. Bell gets the swing. That's a 5-4, and he flies out to center field. And this time, it will be caught by Cruz, and the inning is over. 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Now we're tied at 2. Top of the order for the Astros. Bill Doran will lead off. Switch left coming up. I think the Reds will bring in a lefty. And they're going to bring in Joe Price. Price is really the main lefty they usually go to, and they have in their bullpen. 2-2, 3.90 ERA. He does have a save. So Tibbs is taken off the hook for the loss. And now Joe Price will pitch to Bill Doran here, bottom of the 5th. Brandon Baker says Astros erroring all over the place. He's completely fine with it. I don't think Steeler fan is, though. Price will pitch to Doran, bottom of the 5th. Can the Astros get it back? 4-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Doran will pitch. Will swing 5-5. He grounds out to first. That's out number 1. And now the batter is Craig Reynolds. Yeah, I think you're right there, Brandon. Reynolds is 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. Price with the pitch, 1-4. Strikeout, got him with a 3. Nails him. He gets him easily. Struck him out. 2 outs. And now the batter is Denny Walling. Walling is 1 for 2. He hit a single his last time up. Price will pitch. 5-6. Double question mark. Walling the lefty. 1-19 is a single. That's a 17. It's good enough. Walling slaps a base hit right past Price. And Walling will get to first. That's his second hit of the game. 2-out base knock for Walling. And now the batter is Jose Cruz. He gets a few bad chants here at the Astrodome, saying, how come you couldn't make how come you couldn't catch a fly ball? Cruz, however, has walked twice. He's 0 for 0. Walling on at first. The infield is still normal. That's a 7. Nothing happening on the strat. Price will pitch. That's 4-6. That's a home run question mark. Cruz is a lefty. Only on a 1 does he get it, and it's an 11. It's too high. Cruz does get the swing, though, and that is a 2-6, and he flies out to center. So he hits a deep fly ball to center field near the track, but Milner will put it away. Side retired. There was a hit, but that's all they got. After 5, tied at 2. Can you sense the playoff intensity here? Top of the 6th. National League Wild Card Series Game 3. Win or go home. Dodgers are waiting the winner. Nolan Ryan. The first batter up for the Reds is a Sasky. Ryan says he wants to pitch. He will do so. Ryan does still have a little strength left, but that inning with the errors really hurt him. Top of the 6th, tied at 2. Ryan with the pitch. 5-1, wild pitch, ball 1. Do it again. 1-5 this time. Strikeout 10, got him. Strikes out a Sasky. And that is strikeout number 3 for the Ryan Express. 1 man down. Here's Concepcion. He's 0 for 2. Ryan will pitch. That's a 6-1 against the righty. Strikeout 5. Yes, he got him. He struck out Concepcion on a 5. Strikeout number 4 for Ryan. 2 down. The batter now will be Ron Oster. Oster is 0 for 2 in this game. Ryan looking in. He will pitch. That's a 3-3. That's a blank. Oster gets the swing. 5-2. Star 6. He chops it to short. And the play is made by Reynolds. And he throws to first. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 inning for Ryan. And you know he needed that one after the last inning was full of errors. As Shakespeare would say, a comedy of errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Checking to see if they want Joe Price to pitch. He's due to bat second. And I think the answer is, yeah, they're going to let him pitch. Joe Price will stay out there. They got 3 switch hitters coming up. And it looks like they may do worse against lefties than righties. So Joe Price will stay out there for the Reds. And Jerry Mumphrey will bat for the Astros. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch from Price. That's a 3-1 walk chance. 17 is high. Mumphrey will swing. 4-2. Base hit to left. Astros get the leadoff man on. Single to left. Mumphrey goes to first. And now the batter is Kevin Bass. Bass is 1 for 2, hit a single in the second. Infield halfway. I am checking strat. And that's a 15-0 happening. Salvador America joins us here at the Astrodome. And I know he's happy about his Red Sox this morning. Mumphrey will on it first. Nothing happening. Price will pitch. And that's a 4-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Bass will swing 4-2. Ground ball, second base. 2, 3, 4. Shortstop, Concepcion 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. Yes, it is. Second base, shortstop, back to first. It's 2 outs. 4-6-3 double play. That is the third double play the Astros have hit into. 2 outs. Price gets the twin killing. The batter now will be Mark Bailey. Bailey is 0 for 1. Walked and struck out. How about those Red Sox? 3 outs away from being eliminated. They win it in the bottom of the 9th in Game 2 and then take Game 3. How about that? For once, I'm sure Salvador America will not say it was rigged. Price will pitch. 4-5. That's an error on a throw. Bailey will swing 5-3, and against the lefty, that is an infield single to third. The ball is hit. The bell is error rating is an 11. That's a 15. There will not be an error, and Bailey will be safe at first. Bailey gets a single. How big is that double play now? The batter now is Phil Garner. Joe Price is now tired. And they're going to go with Price to see if he can go ahead and get out of this inning. Yeah, I'm sure you don't, Salvador America. I'm sure you don't. And I hope Mrs. America is doing well. 2 outs. Bailey on it first. There's Garner. They're going to leave Price in there to see if he can get out of this inning, but he is tired. Garner is 1 for 2, doubled and grounded into a double play. I will roll for strat. That's a 13-0 happening. Price will pitch. That's a 1-4, strikeout, 16 is high. Garner gets the swing, 3-5. It's a ball at the right field. That is an 11 against the lefty. That's going to be a triple for Phil Garner. Garner gets a triple. That is a ball hit to right field, and against the lefty, that's an 11, and that is a triple for Garner. Bailey will come in to score. Astros retake the lead 3-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 1933. Cheers. Yay! Section Brandon Baker groans. Ugh. Garner hits a triple off of Joe Price. Unbelievable getting the number of an 11, and he nails it. 3-2 Astros. The batter is now Nolan Ryan. And they're going to pull Ryan. Ryan is done. The Astros are going to go to the bench. You got a man on third. You got to try to bring him in. So Nolan Ryan will leave the game. Astros will bring in a pinch hitter. Has to be the most at bats, and it will be Glenn Davis. And the Reds now have to pull Price because a single one automatically scores. So the Reds will bring in their own pitcher. They'll bring in their next pitcher. As Price is done, they will probably bring in a righty. And they're going to go with, he's due to bat second. I don't usually like doing double switches. So they're going to go with Ron Robinson. Robinson will pitch to Davis. They've got no choice. They have to bring in. They're going to go with Ron Robinson against Glenn Davis here. 3-2. 2 outs. Garner on at third. Davis will pinch hit. And that is it for Ryan. Did very well, really. Only gave up the 2 runs. Robinson will pitch to Davis. I am rolling Strat. That is an 11. Nothing happening. Robinson will pitch. 1-4. Possible error. Davis will swing. 1-2. Ground ball to second base. Ball is hit to Oster. His error rating is a 4. That's a 7. He's got it. He'll throw to first. Side retired. 1 run on 3 hits. They get a run in on a triple by Phil Garner. And how much more that would have been if it wasn't for the double play. After 6, 3-2 Astros. Can you sense the playoff atmosphere? I certainly can. Even playing these games in the playoffs seem a lot different than playing regular season matchups. Bo Diaz is the leadoff hitter for the Reds. They have right, pinch hitter, and then left. Let's see who the Astros want to bring in. And I think they're gonna go with a lefty. And they're going to bring in Jeff Calhoun. 2-5, 4 saves, a 2.54 ERA. Jeff Calhoun will pinch to Bo Diaz here in the top of the 7th. Diaz is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. Fans here at the Astrodome excited here. Calhoun will pitch. 1-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Diaz will swing 6-3, and he grounds out to second. Out number 1. We'll see a pinch hitter for the Reds. Has to be most at bats, and that is going to be Tony Perez. Perez had 183 at bats, but he hit very well in 85, a 328 on his card. He gets the call against Calhoun. 1 out. Calhoun will pitch. 3-3 against a righty. That's a blank. Perez gets the swing. 5-5, star 3. He grounds it to first. 2nd out. Perez grounds out. Top of the order now, here's Eddie Milner. Milner is 0 for 3. Calhoun will pitch. That's a 6-6. That's at the park. Astrodome says 2-4, and that is a star 4. It's a ground ball to third. Picked up by Garner. He'll throw to first. Side retired. 1-2-3 by Calhoun. We are at the 7th inning stretch in this final game of the National League Wildcard Series. 3-2 Astros. Sing your take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. For those of you who are here, please do not go away. At the end of the game, I will give you the schedule for the American League and National League Division Series matchups. So don't go away. I'll give you that schedule and I'll show you what will be coming up starting next week. There will be no games tomorrow. Saturday is a break in between playoff rounds. The division series will start on Sunday. I'll give you the schedule for that when this game is over. Bill Doran leads off for the Astros in the bottom of the seventh. Switch left. Let's see what the Reds want to do. The Reds are going to go ahead and bring out John Franco. Maybe a little early, but they need him against lefties. And right now, like I said, you got to keep the score where it's at. John Franco will come out to pitch. 12-3, 12 saves, 2.18 ERA. The Reds know they got to go with their best now to have a chance to take the lead back. 3-2, bottom of the seventh. Bill Doran leads off. He's 1 for 3. That's a 5-5. Strikeout plus. Got him. He struck out Doran. That's the first out. Franco starts with a strikeout. Next up will be Craig Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 2. He did walk. Franco with the pitch. 4-2. Wild pitch. Ball 1. Do it again. Franco 1-5. Strikeout chance 9. Yes, he has him. He struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Franco. And now here's Denny Walling. Walling coming up to bat. Franco will pitch. That's a 1-2. That's a walk chance. The 11 is high. Walling gets the swing. 1-6. Star 5. He grounds it to first. And the side is retired. A nice 1-2-3 inning by Franco. After 7, 3-2 Astros. We go to the top of the 8th. Switch left-right coming up for the Reds. They're going to keep Calhoun out there for a little while longer. He's one of their best relievers in the bullpen for the Astros. They'll leave Calhoun out there, but the bullpen is ready to go. Calhoun can pitch to 3 batters before tiring. Calhoun will pitch to Rose. Rose is 1 for 2, singled and reached on an error. Calhoun with the pitch, 3-3 against the righty. That's a blank. Switch hitter right. That's a blank. 1-3, and he grounds it to second. Out number 1. That's the first out. Now the batter is Dave Parker. Parker's been quiet, but then again, he got on base by 2 errors. He's 0 for 1, but he got on base in the first on an error on Doran and then an error on Cruz. So Parker's 0 for 1, but he's been on base twice. Calhoun will pitch to him. 2-4, hit by pitch. 18 is way out of the park. Parker will swing. 3-2, base hit past second. Parker is on. A base hit for Parker. Third time he's on base. Tying runners aboard. The batter will be Buddy Bell. Infield halfway. Calhoun. You got right. That's gonna be it for Calhoun. They're gonna take him out. Calhoun is coming out. The Astros will bring in a righty. He did not pitch very well the last time, but they're gonna go with him here. Well, actually, no, you can go with this guy. Julio Solano will come on to pitch. 2-2, 3.48 ERA. Here's Julio Solano against Buddy Bell. Do the Reds want to make a pinch hitter? It is the 8th inning, and let's see. The answer is yes. Buddy Bell will come out. He will come out to bat, and it will be Well, we'll come out. We'll see a new third baseman for the Reds. It is the 8th inning. I can do that. And they will go with Wayne Krenchicki, who is a third baseman and will take over at third. Krenchicki doesn't have the range, but he's still very capable. So Wayne Krenchicki will go up against Julio Solano as the Reds are playing a little chess with the Astros. Infield halfway, Parker on at first. Am I rolling strat? Yes, I am. That is a 7, nothing happening. Solano will pitch to Krenchicki. That's a 2-6 against the lefty. That's a walk plus, and yes, he walks Krenchicki, and now the Reds are in business. Runners at first and second. With 1 out, and now the batter is Nick Asaski. Krenchicki draws the walk. A big chance here for the Reds now in the top of the 8th. Infield still halfway. Checking the strat. 13, nothing happening. Solano knows he's got to make a good pitch to Asaski. Here it comes. That's a 2-4. It's a blank. Asaski gets to swing. 2-4. Star 4. A ground ball to third. Where is this ball hit? It is a 2, and it is hit towards the line. If double play or force, it would go 5-3. It's hit towards the line. Garner's got it. Tags the bag. Double play chance. 2. Well, actually, got to see if it's a double play. So it may not be tagging the bag. We got to see what happens. Let's see what it is. 2-0. The infield is halfway. It's a 3. There is no pivot because the ball's not going to second base. So a 1-3, they get out of it. Yes, they do. And he got it. Garner tags the bag, throws to first, gets Asaski, side retired. 5-3 double play. Inning over. Stadium cheers. Yay! Asaski grounds out into the 5-3 double play. What a play by Garner, as Steeler fan says, scrap iron. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-2. No runs, 1 hit and a walk. It was hit towards the line, so the only double play chance is a 5-3. That's why you roll that when I'm runners at first and second. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Cruz leads off for the Astros here. That was a great chance for the Reds, but they come up short there. Franco will pitch to Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Ted Power ready to come out of the bullpen if necessary. They're going to stick with Franco. Franco's pitch. 2-5 against the lefty. That's an automatic out. It's a star 3 and a grounder to third. Out number 1. Now the batter is Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey is 1 for 3, singled his last time up. They will let Franco pitch to Mumphrey. Franco will pitch. And that's a 5-3. Range play at the park. Astrodome says 1-6. Ground ball to first. The ball is at the Rose. His range is a 1. Nope, that's going to get by him. And that's going to be a single for Jerry Mumphrey. Base hit, pass first. Mumphrey hits it out of the range of Rose. So now Mumphrey is 2 for 4, a big insurance run on, and the batter is Kevin Bass. And that's going to be it for Franco. They're going to go to the bullpen. You still got 2 switch hitters, but the Reds are going to bring out Ted Power to try to shut this down. Ted Power will pitch to Kevin Bass. 1 out, infield is halfway. Reds know they cannot allow any more runs, down 3-2. Rose bet on the Astros and let that one go. Bob B joins us here at the Astrodome. 3-2. Checking on a strat. And that is a 10. Nothing happening. Power will pitch. And that's a 6-3. That's at the park. Astrodome says 4-6. And that's going to be a base hit plus into left field. It's a single. Mumphrey goes to third automatically. Bass has to try for second. His base running rating is a 4. Left fielder for the Reds, Asaski, +1 is a 5. A 1-5, Bass is safe at second. On a 6, though, he's out. And he's safe. Bass gets to second. It's a base hit for Bass. Runners at second and third and 1 out. And the batter now is Mark Bailey. Big chance here for the Astros to get some insurance. Infield in. Bailey is 1 for 2. Singled and walked. They're going to let Power pitch to him. Fans here at the Astrodome know there's a big chance for the Astros. Reds wasted 1 in the top of the inning. Let's see if the Astros do the same here. Checking strat. That is a 1. Nothing happening. Mumphrey's not stealing. He'll stay right where he's at. Power will pitch. That's a 6-3. Again, we go to the park. Astrodome. Astrodome says 5-3. And it's a ground ball to first. It's a grounder to first. Jerry Mumphrey will not try to score. He will automatically hold. Bailey is out. 2 down. Ground out to first. Mumphrey's base running rating on an infield in would have been a 1. They're going to keep him there. So it is a ground ball. Nobody advances. And why not? Because he got Phil Garner coming up to bat now. Who won today? Why don't you watch the video and find out there, Bob B? But then again, you already know. You need to watch it. But Boston did win today. Boston did win the series there, Bob. You need to check game 2 and 3. They were amazing. Here's Phil Garner. Garner is the batter now with 2 outs. The infield now goes back. Mumphrey at second, Mumphrey at third, Bass at second. Garner is 2 for 3, a double and a triple. Power knows he's got to get Garner out. We'll see a pinch hitter for Solano if they walk him. And I don't think you're going to walk him. You got to pitch. Runners at second and third. Power will pitch to Garner. Am I rolling strat? Yes. 9, nothing happening. Power will pitch. That's a 2-4. And that is a home run question mark. Garner is a righty. A 1-4. That's a 10. It's too high. Oh, but Garner does get the swing. And that's a 6-1. And he flies out. It's a star 1 and a fly out to left. Inning over. Deep fly ball to left, but Asaski there is near the track, and that will do it. Oh, a great chance goes by the board for the Astros. At the end of 8, it's 3-2 Astros. No runs, 2 hits. Will we see some 9th inning magic? We had some 9th inning magic last night in the game between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Will we see some magic here in the top of the 9th between the Reds and the Astros? Dave Concepcion leads off for the Reds. Solano coming out. You got to bring out your closer for this, and it's going to be Dave Smith, 9-5, 27 saves. Smith is going to try to get the save. Dave Smith against Concepcion. Reds are going to check the bench, and no, he'll have to swing. I do not have any other shortstops. So Dave Concepcion will swing against Dave Smith. Fans here on their feet in the Astrodome. Astros 3 outs away from punching a ticket to Chavez Ravine. But they got to get the Reds out. Smith with the pitch. 3-1, strikeout, 18 is high. Concepcion gets the swing. 4-2, base hit past second base. The tying run is on. Concepcion hits a base hit. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 ninth inning at RJL 518? I think not. Tying run is on. Concepcion leadoff hit. The batter now is Ron Oster. He will swing. Batted .295. Infield goes halfway. Concepcion does have some decent speed, but I can't take him out. He's the only shortstop I've got. So we must stay in. Concepcion on first. Am I rolling a strat? The answer is yes. That's a 12. Nothing happening. Steeler fan did expect a 1-2-3, or I should say you hoped for a 1-2-3. Smith will pitch. 6-1 against the lefty. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a star one and a grounder to second. Do they turn it? 3-0-4. Shortstop is Reynolds. No adjustment. A 1-4. They turn it. No, they don't. Concepcion is thrown out at second, but Oster beats the relay. The ball was not hit hard enough to turn 2. 1 out, though. Fielder's choice. The batter now is Bo Diaz. I do have another catcher that can come in, and Bo Diaz is going to come. But if I do that, though, I'm not going to have anybody else. You know what? Red's got to do it. Bo Diaz coming out. Max Venable. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Bo Diaz will have to swing. He'll have to swing. I got to save somebody in case the pitcher, in case this goes a little further. Bo Diaz will swing. I can't take him out. Oster will stay on it first. Infield still halfway. 3-2. Checking strat. And that is an 11. Nothing happening. Smith will pitch. And that's a 3-3. Walk. 14. No. Diaz has to swing. That's a 2-3. And he grounds it to second. Do they turn it this time? 4-0-5. Shortstop, no adjustment. 1-5. They turn it and end it. Yes! Ground ball to second base. He's got it. Throws to short for 1. Pumps once. Pumps twice from Reynolds. Throws to first. That's your game. Astros knock out the Reds 3-2. They are the National League 1985 Wild Card champions. No runs, 1 hit for the Reds. And this one does not belong to the Reds, as the Reds fall here to the Astros 3-2. Astros are your 1985 National League Wild Card champions. They are on their way to play the Dodgers. They win the series 2-1. Final line score coming up, but don't go away. Schedule coming up as well. For the Astros, 3 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. For 3 errors, the Astros still won this game, even with 3 errors. The Reds, 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Nolan Ryan does get the win, and he goes to 1-0 on the postseason. Joe Price does take the loss, and Smith gets, I believe that's his first save. Yep, I believe that's his first save, yes. And Smith gets his first save of the postseason. A big win for the Astros as they advance, and they are the wild card champions. They will now play the Dodgers in the division series. Don't go away. Schedule coming up. So here is the upcoming schedule for the division series. We are staggering all 4 games, so it's going to be like games 1-1-1-1, 2-2-2-2, 3-3-3-3. I thought about that last season when I did the 94 restart, and I said, you know what? That's probably the way to do it, instead of just sticking with 1 series throughout. So here is your schedule. There is no game for tomorrow. I'm taking a day off. And, of course, I got to get the rosters and lineups all set. Pretty much have got it done. Just got to do now the Dodgers and the Astros. Got to make a lefty and a righty lineup. I always do. So, Sunday, game number 1 in the morning. The Toronto Blue Jays will take on the Minnesota Twins. At night, the St. Louis Cardinals will meet up with the Montreal Expos. On Monday in the morning, the Boston Red Sox take on the New York Yankees. Monday at night, the Houston Astros take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. That'll be the schedule for Sunday and Monday. And then for games 2, we switch it. So the game that was in the night will be the game in the morning. So that means Tuesday, it'll be St. Louis at Montreal in the morning, Toronto at Minnesota at night. Wednesday, Houston at Los Angeles in the morning, and then Boston and the New York Yankees at night. As far as game 3 goes, I can actually make that schedule real quick, because for games 3, even though I'm going to go by the home teams of the teams that are on the road. So let's do that real quick. Let's see here. St. Louis. Let's see who had the least amount of wins. I think it was Boston. Seattle is out. California is out. Let's see. Cincinnati is out. Mets are out. So Cardinals have 91. Astros 91. But the Astros, however, have the 4 seed. And so the first one. So that means that then it will be New York Yankees at Boston. Will be the first game of game number 3. That'll be in the morning. So we'll go Boston, New York Yankees, and then New York Yankees at Boston. Then the next highest at 91 is the Astros. So it'll be the Dodgers and the Astros. Then the Cardinals will be, the Cardinals, no, I'm sorry, Toronto has 90 wins. I'm sorry. No, it will not be the Dodgers. It'll be both American League games being played. It'll be Minnesota at Toronto on that day, and then for 2 days, and then it will be Los Angeles at Houston, and then it will be Montreal at St. Louis. So that is the schedule for the first 3 games of each season, of each series. I can't do 4 and 5 because we don't know if any games will be necessary. So we'll find that out. So that is your schedule there for the first 3 games of each best-of-5 series. So no games tomorrow. So no games tomorrow for Saturday. So Sunday morning, Toronto at Minnesota. Sunday night, St. Louis at Montreal. And for those matchups, we have Dave Stieb going up against Bert Blyleven. The Blue Jays have Stieb. The Twins have Blyleven. For the Cardinals, it'll be John Tudor going up against Brian Smith. So those are your pitching matchups for those days. Salvador America, Steeler fan, Brandon Baker, Astros Reefer, Keith White, Bob B. Let's see here, Cody Travis, Sports Time Machine, Michael Peterson, C&D Baseball TV with Tony Porter. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. It'd be most appreciated. Subscribe if you've not done so. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we will see you Sunday morning for Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Blue Jays and the Twins. But tonight, it's the Astros winning the National League wild card 3-2 over the Reds, 2-1. We'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good night.